Hey everyone, this is another in our continuing series of tips and tricks for property sellers. We're here in Billerica, Mass today with Lori McGuerty. She's a top producer at Wycott Realtors Cook & Company. Good morning, Lori. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good, thanks. So we're here today essentially to get some more of an idea of what's helpful for people when they're looking to sell a property or even buy a property. Give us an idea of what are some of the big plus things that people can do when they're selling a property to make their property more attractive, or to get it to move faster, or to get a better price. What do you key in on?
The number one thing I key in on is making sure your home is clear of all your personal touches.
Mm-hmm.
The home should show immaculate. Whether or not you keep it that way, in general, it doesn't really matter. It's you have the home that you live in,
mm-hmm.
and the home that you're trying to sell. Can be two different things. You need to have it completely clear of your personal touches. Anything that's like chipping paint, things like that, you need to make it look like it's been a well cared for home.
Okay.
It also needs to look like it is, if you can get it to look like a model home, people want to walk in and like the home. They want it to be really pretty. If you walk in and there's too much clutter, there's too much stuff around, it's distracting,
mm-hmm.
and they don't see that.
Okay. So you want them to be able to feel like they can envision themselves living there when they're walking through your home.
Correct.
What about pricing? I hear all the time that one of the key items to think about when you're getting ready to sell a home is getting the price right. How do you feel about that?
I feel it's the most important thing.
Really?
That's why the sellers call you in the first place. That's the most important question to them, is what is my home worth?
Mm-hmm.
I work really hard at getting the right price. I look at not only what's sold recently, what's under agreement, how long it took to go under agreement is very important to me. You can find out in the MLS. Some homes will continue to show, so you have to look at the market history. So I mean, continue to show after it has an offer on it.
Right.
So you have to go in and look at the market history. I want to know how long it took for those homes to go under agreement. Even when they're sold, I want to see how long it took at a particular price.
Mm-hmm.
I look at what's currently on the market, and for market positioning, I want it to be the best in its price range. I feel as though I'm really good at pricing homes. People in my office always ask my opinion. The owner of the company asks my opinion on prices. Mm-hmm.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and I feel as though I do nail it, because you can get your statistics out of the MLS and for days on market,
mm-hmm.
and I have over 60% sold in under 30 days.
Terrific.
That's pretty good. And
That's very
then
good.
my 30 to 60 day, I think, takes up another 30%. So I have a very small margin.
Wow.
That takes longer than 60 days.
So there's more to getting the right price. There's more to look at, the background, than just what's sold in the
mm-hmm.
last few months.
Right.
You mentioned something in there that might be important too, is you need to, if you're looking to sell in a time frame,
mm-hmm.
how does that impact the price?
You should always get it right, no matter what time frame you're looking at. You
mm-hmm.
should always get it right, because if you shoot too high, you're not showing your home to the people that can really afford that home.
Mm-hmm.
If you put your home on for $425 and it should be, say, $400, people they're comparing you to homes that are realistically priced at $425. You no longer look good.
Right.
You'll sit on the market longer. You'll come down, and then they'll say, oh, they're taking price reductions, they're ready to negotiate, they're going to come down even lower. So you don't sell your home for what you should have sold it for in the first place. You wind up selling it for $380 instead of $400, because you sat there for a long time. They've been sitting on the market too long.
So pricing it too high can really have a double negative impact on you.
It's a big mistake.
Yeah.
You want to get it exactly right, so you can get a couple of offers in the first week, but not too many offers in the first. I like them to go within a week.
Nice. That's a good goal.
My goal is, as for open houses, one and done. I like to have one, and I like to have it done.
I hope you're all listening to that. That's a really good goal. We should all have that one. What are the things that make you into a top producer? So we know pricing it right is good. What else can you do for property owners that kind of sets you apart from that big field of realtors out there?
I am not uncomfortable telling a seller what they need to do to get their home ready to show.
Okay.
I have no problem going in telling them, you need to take this down, you need to paint this. I tell them, even their floors, like if you walk in the house, what's the biggest thing you can see? Walls and floors. They should look great. So I'm really quite confident and comfortable telling people what they need to do.
So being honest with the seller is very helpful.
Yes.
Even though they might not want to hear it.
They might not want to hear, but I think I say it diplomatically.
In 15 years, you've seen up markets, down markets, mid markets. How do you feel about the market we're in right now?
I feel as though it's challenging.
Why?
Because recent history has been that we've had a lot of homes on the market and no buyers. It's completely turned around. No one's listing their homes. We were expecting when the weather got better, with all the snow, that people just weren't ready, they weren't putting their homes on the market. They're still not putting them on the market. So I find it challenging.
So there's more buyers now than sellers?
There are. That's why
could make it a seller's market.
Yes, and there's a lot of bidding wars.
So Lori, we've talked to lots of top producers around the state. Tell us what you think it is that sets you apart or gives you an edge and that helps you to be a top producer.
I'm strong on merchandising. I don't just believe in putting something in the MLS and giving, rattling off what the property has in it.
How many
and
bedrooms?
Throwing some pictures. I'm very careful to get the right pictures. And so merchandising a home as opposed to just throwing it in the MLS and advertising it.
So you're thorough.
Very thorough.
How about that? Okay, well, thanks for everybody for watching. We're hoping that if you're in the Billerica market, you're going to contact Lori. You can find her in zip code
01821 and 01862.
Terrific. Thanks again.